Excuse me, is Pacific Rim showing in here?
I'm so wasted. I'm sponsored by God.
Okay, so really quickly, let me explain that intro, because that was completely insane. Basically, when me and my friend Kyle were seeing A Quiet Place, this old man walked in about a quarter of the way into the movie and said, "Is Pacific Rim showing in here?" And then somebody said, "No, this is A Quiet Place." I don't even think he realized that that was the title of the movie. And so he was like, "Yeah, okay, fine, I'll be quiet somewhere else." And so I just wanted to explain the story behind that skit there at the beginning. We were not going to do that initially, but when that old man walked into the theater, just the idea came to us, and so we did whatever that was. Now let's talk about A Quiet Place. It is directed by John Krasinski. It also stars John Krasinski, as well as Emily Blunt, Millicent Simmonds, Noah Jupe, Cade Woodward, and Leon Russom. To give a brief description of the premise, all you'd really need to do is just watch the trailers. There's great trailers for this movie, but basically the story concept here is some creatures, I believe them to be probably aliens or something. They have come to Earth and they hunt everything that makes a move. In other words, if you make a sound, they're going to find you and they are going to kill you. They cannot hunt you unless they hear you. And so the people that have survived this alien attack or whatever it is, they have to live silently in their lives. So they live sign language, and they take all sorts of precautions to be as quiet as possible so that they don't get eaten by the aliens in the forest, okay? The creatures or monsters or whatever you want to call them. And that is kind of the premise behind this thriller, and it is quite thrilling, okay? Yeah. To me, it's just such a good idea for a movie. It's a great idea for a thriller, and John Krasinski did a great job here with directing of this film. I'm not sure if this is his first movie directing. If it is his first movie that he's directed, then wow, he is a talent to behold. Other things I like about this movie, I mean, like all of the acting in this movie was really good. Emily Blunt was great. All the kid actors were really good. The dynamic between the family was, I thought, really touching at times. John Krasinski has a deaf daughter in the movie, and she can't hear anything, and the relationship between John Krasinski and his daughter is it's really well done in the movie, and I think that the way they wrap it up is pretty impactful. And also with this movie, you got to talk about the aliens. I thought the aliens or creatures or monsters, whatever you want to call them, were really cool. They're really cool looking. I was wondering how they were going to look in the movie. I was wondering if they were going to look cheesy or look like they had bad CGI, but no, it was really good special effects, and they were some freaky looking creatures. They kind of reminded me of the xenomorphs from the Alien franchise. I mean, they're very different, but they are kind of giant insect-like / reptiles, and they're really freaky, and just the way their whole face moves and is just like, it's something to see. And they have these weird ears because they hunt by sound, and so they pick up literally everything. It's just, I thought the creatures were a really neat invention for sure. Also, I have to say the opening scene of this movie really sets the tone for the film. I mean, it really sets the tone well. It is quite shocking. The very end of the first scene of the movie, it's very shocking. I was not expecting what happened to actually happen, but it did. I was like, oh, whoa, this is gonna be crazy, and it was a crazy movie. like me. My only real flaw with the movie, and it's not a big flaw, but it does keep this movie from being an A+, is that the movie, like the story is very, very simple. Like it's extremely simple, which is fine for this sort of movie. I mean, this sort of movie, because this film mostly relies on the fact that there's all these thrilling, quiet sequences, right? However, I felt as if the story was so simple that you didn't really get to know the characters extremely well. You have to know a little bit about John Krasinski's character and his daughter and what they feel about things, but not a ton. And as for the other characters, you didn't really get to know them a ton either. They just kind of served as vessels for you to put yourself into the movie. Which was effective for sure. I don't know, I just kind of wish that the movie had a bit more character development. I just wish there had been maybe a scene where they find like a really quiet room and can talk to one another and show a little of what humanity is supposed to look like, and they bond and really bond and that sort of thing. And there are moments of heart in this movie, but sadly they are in scenes of tragedy. But I just kind of wish that there had been a really good scene where you could get to know all the characters a little bit more. I think that would have been beneficial to the movie. But overall, I love this movie. A Quiet Place gets an A. So tell me, have you seen A Quiet Place? If so, tell me what you thought of it. Leave any questions or comments you have in the comment section below. Okay? Did you hear me? And as always, if you liked this video, please like it and subscribe. Tell your friends about the channel. I'm starting to get tired of whispering. So, have a great week. And oh gosh, I'm gonna scream. Never forget to be